What's up, everybody? This is Brad, and I wanted to show you guys this trailer that dropped. It's less of a trailer, it's more of a gameplay demonstration for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, straight from Hungrybox himself. So that's pretty interesting. I've already watched through this, but I kind of want to break it down and go through it a little bit and give my own opinions, and you know, to try to avoid all the reaction stuff I've been seeing around people. But anyway, I want to talk about that. Before we jump into it, though, say hello to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I managed to pick up an arcade 1-up MVC2 cabinet. I think it looks pretty good. You know, we've discussed on this channel before some of the issues I have with arcade 1-up, but I get to have this cabinet because they decided to make them. So I'm glad that that's a thing now. Gonna try to have that thing on in my reactions going forward. So hope you enjoy that.
Hey everyone, I'm Hungrybox, a professional multi-award winning platform fighting game player and resident ledge holder. Today, we're taking a look at some of the exciting new mechanics in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. To start, let's take a look at some of the completely new ways Nick Brawl 2 handles movement. Movement in Nick Brawl 2 is now fully analog, meaning you can walk and run. And you can also aim.
While you're watching this with me, pay attention to the character models and the animations. Like, of course, everything's a reference, but look at how much better they look. Look at how much better SpongeBob is animated. I mean, it's amazing. And once this video is over with, I'm going to tell... I posted this on Twitter, or whatever. It's not Twitter anymore. You could possibly compare the first Nick Brawl and going from that to this, maybe possibly to the original Smash Brothers, going from that to Melee. Just, or more, or in some ways it's like Melee to Brawl, but hang on and we'll talk about that.
Moves in any direction available to a control stick. It's also worth mentioning that yes, tap jump is now an option, and you're able to set custom profiles with your name tag. When it comes to defense, rolling, spot dodging, and air dodging are now all available. There's also two types of air dodging. There's the neutral air dodge, which keeps your current momentum, and the directional air dodge, which pushes you towards whatever direction you're holding. Each of these techniques has a little bit of invincibility to help you run away and dodge your opponent's attacks, or even slip in a counter attack. Just keep in mind, you can't act instantly out of these options. And yes, with air dodging, that also means wave dashing is back, baby.
One of the things that I noticed is that it feels like, from watching this video, it feels like this game is going to play more like Smash instead of like, because when I was playing the first Nick Brawl, I always kind of felt like I was trying to play Smash, but it just wasn't connecting, you know, something was off. Like there's no smash attacks or anything like that, and you'll see more. Hold on, when I bring that up, there was no smash attacks or anything like that. It's like there's a light attack, medium attack, heavy attack. It's more like, it's sort of inspired by like the older arcade games and stuff like that, like Street Fighter, but it's kind of different. But as you'll see, it feels like they decided to make this game a little bit more like Smash Brothers instead of that, because I think that just makes a lot of sense. Smash is the platform fighter. It makes, like, Multiverses felt like Smash, granted a lot more floaty. Flash Party is a free-to-play platform fighter on Steam, and I think there's a mobile version. That felt a lot like Smash Bros. So if you love Super Smash Brothers, I would say go check out Flash Party, but this looks like they're trying to get closer to that, and I think that's a good thing.
If you remember it from Nick Brawl 1, the rock, paper, scissors mechanic is gone, but light and strong attacks are here to stay, including new horizontal directions. Strong attacks are what you'd expect, stronger than your regular light attacks and usually quite a bit slower. They can now also be charged both on the ground and
I would just say that, like, again, light and heavy attacks, that's just normal and special moves. So, again, they've cut out having 3 types of attacks, and now it's just 2. And, of course, there's one for each direction. Again, they've they've moved it back to play more like Smash. I think that will help the game. I think that will be a benefit to them.
Reflect projectiles. As for light aerial attacks, you now have 5 total options: up, down, forward.
Because look, I hate to keep pausing it, but the reason why people were excited for this was because everybody just expects any platform fighter to play similar to Smash. And so when you throw in some of these little details and these little changes, then it kind of gets away from that, and that might hurt the game some. It's not inherently negative, but when Smash Brothers has pretty much been the only platform fighter, or, the only one that's ever had anywhere, anything above like this very small interest. So when people think platform fighter, it's just synonymous with Smash Brothers. So it just makes sense for them to get closer to that. But
backward, and
I'm excited about this.
Blocking has also been changed. While blocking, you can get still pushed around and even go into a teeter if you get pushed to the ledge. But now, you can only block a limited amount of damage and for a limited amount of time before your bubble bursts, leaving you wide open for an attack.
Yet another Smash feature, the shields from Smash. If you hold it, it drains. The longer you hold it, the more likely it is to break.
If you also manage to start blocking just as you're about to get hit with an attack, you'll flash blue and hear an audio cue that lets you know that you just performed a parry. When that happens,
same as
no
Smash,
block stun and no block push from your opponent's attack and can act immediately. And now, the biggest addition to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, the Slime Meter.
Now this is interesting.
Match by hitting your opponent to enhance your attacks, movement, combo game, and more. One of the first ways to use Slime is by spending one of the 3 available bars to enhance your special attacks. SpongeBob, for instance, normally blows 1 measly, tiny, innocent bubble. But if you enhance it with Slime, he blows 3 much more powerful, individually threatening bubbles that can assist you in controlling space and locking down your opponent.
So, the Slime Meter is interesting. It's not a Final Smash meter. It works more like it works more like a traditional fighting game meter does. It's not just one meter you build up. It has sections. Well, they'll get to that, but I suspected we might get something like that because I remember from the reveal trailer, it looked like there was some cinematic moves, and I was like, they're adding Final Smashes to this thing.
Feel like Patrick's
Neutral
special needs a little more.
Flying Dutchman looks much better too. Even the stages look great
Maybe
now.
Your up special just won't quite reach the ledge. Bummer. That's also a great time to use your meter. All special moves in the game have a powerful slime version to explore, so make sure you use every single one. Slime Burst is another use of slime that can help you out on defense. If you're getting comboed mercilessly or about to go flying out of the ring, you can do a Slime Burst to stop all of your momentum and knock your opponents away. It can definitely be worth using to break out of a combo or hang on to a stock for a little bit longer.
That's very interesting. So it's not only used offensively, it's used defensively too. So again, see, this is the thing I was talking about. See, it might play more like Smash Brothers, but this Slime Meter will give it something unique. You can basically up your offense, and you've got a last resort defense move in one, depending on how you use it. So again, see, that's what I was talking about. It will benefit the game to do, like, this will be its little thing. The Slime Meter, I think he even says this, the Slime Meter will be a big part of this game, and that will make it unique in how it will stand apart from Smash Brothers, and that you can't, you can't power up your moves in Smash. So again, it will get closer to Smash while still remaining its own thing and have its own unique mechanic here.
Just keep in mind, it costs 2 whole bars, and there's plenty of other powerful offensive options available with Slime as well. One of those powerful options is the Super Attack.
The Final Smash.
If you manage to build up all 3 bars, you can unleash your Super as an easy way to ring out any opponents you might catch that also happen to be at high percent. Everyone's got a totally unique.
That was amazing. I love that. It's SpongeBob gets behind the wheel of a boat, and swerves all over the place, but still manages to hit somebody. It's great.
Looking animation to their super. So definitely be sure to check
I hope
those
they're
out
all
and let us know
cinematic like
which
that.
one is your absolute favorite. Slime is altogether the key.
But I wonder if you have to be close to him.
But what we just mentioned only scratches the surface of how you'll be using it. Once you're comfortable with the basics, it's time to get into some of the more advanced techniques. For all you sweaty players out there, slime canceling is another powerful option that you can spend your meter on, and its applications are only limited by your creativity. Instead of spending a bar to enhance an attack, you can use it to cancel an attack. What does that mean? Basically, instead of having to wait for the rest of your attack recovery, you can do a slime cancel, and then, well, do anything you want. If your opponent is nearby and tumbling from a recent attack, they'll momentarily freeze next to you, allowing you to line up your next attack, maybe take a quick breath, and keep the combo going. Something important to keep in mind, though, is that your next attack won't be quite as powerful as it would be after doing a slime cancel. So those potentially powerful combo finishers and strong attacks might not always be the best options to go for after a slime cancel. Slime canceling can also come in handy if you miss an attack or are just short of the ledge when trying to recover. Tired of using your legs? Want to get close to your opponent faster? How about using slime to turn your air...
I don't think you could do that in Smash. You couldn't dodge after usually that third jump, your up special. It usually locks you and you're just in free fall mode and there's no recovery. So you kind of get a cheat jump. So like everybody gets 2 jumps, you give your up special to get even higher, and then I guess at the very end of it, if you slime cancel, you can get just this much higher. So there's a lot of options. It might actually be kind of hard to ring somebody out in this game.
Air dodge into a much faster air dash that you can immediately attack out of. This is a great way to break through your opponent's defenses or just barely squeeze out a combo finisher where you otherwise might not be able to get one. Just keep in mind, you're not invincible like you would be with an air dodge, so don't just go throwing yourself at your opponent expecting to hit them every single time. That's just foolish. So those are some of the core mechanics to look out for in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Hopefully you all have fun discovering and exploring the ways to play, especially with the all-new slime meter. For a slightly more in-depth look at the characters themselves, keep an eye out for the upcoming character spotlights, where we dive into everyone's all-new movesets, game plans, and quirks.
Those will be fun to watch. But that's not all. They added Plankton! That's really loud in my headset, my headphones. Let me take one ear out. This was a great idea. I don't think this particular mecha is based on like anything from the show. There is a mecha in... there have been several Plankton mechas from what I remember, but it doesn't matter in my opinion. So that was pretty cool. Like, the slime meter is going to change this game. It's like, it's an upgrade system, kinda. Not really, but like, you can power up your moves. You can have it as a half extra jump at the end of your up smash or up special to get back on the stage. You can use it as a defensive move to break people, get people away from you. I think it even works for dodging and stuff. So it seems like the slime meter can be applied to everything except the final smash of this game, the super attacks, which use up all your slime meter anyway. So there's nothing to enhance. So you can mount a comeback depending on how you play it. And I love the Plankton Reveal. I mean, in my opinion, add as many characters as SpongeBob as you can. But now you've got to add Mr. Krabs. You have to. You have to be able to have Plankton and Mr. Krabs battle it out in the same game. Like, if you're going to have these two, arch enemies, Plankton's arch enemies crabs, not SpongeBob, so you gotta have him. Um, but this would make the 6th official character confirmed for this game. As people pointed out when the first reveal trailer was dropped, they revealed, of course, Squidward at the beginning and then Jimmy Neutron at the end. But what they don't showcase in that first trailer is the fact that the other 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael and Donatello, are in that initial trailer too. In the first game, only Michelangelo and Leonardo were in that game as far as the Turtles go. So they finally added the other 2, assuming the other Mikey and Leo come back. I haven't seen them in any of the new footage yet, but it seems like it would be kind of dumb to not bring them back. So 4 characters revealed in that initial trailer. The game's official cover art, which is everywhere now, has Vlad Plasmius on it. That's 5 characters. And here today we've got Plankton. So in a very short amount of time, this game has been revealed and they've announced 6 new characters for it. So I'm hoping that this means that there's going to be a massive roster this time. The first game only had 20 characters at release, and it added 5. So the grand total was 25 characters. 2 of those characters were supposed to be in the base game, but they were not finished in time, and therefore they were added for free. That was Garfield and Shredder. Then, of course, they added Hugh Neutron, XJ9 Jenny, and Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. But I'm assuming all of those characters will come back. I really hope they do. But most of them, it seems like they're already back. So just gotta hope. But I hope the roster's huge. I would imagine that for a base roster for this game with an obvious budget increase, I'm hoping that the base roster sits somewhere between 40 and 50 characters. And then whatever they do for DLC. I'd like to think that as good as this game looks, it will actually find an audience this time and it will stick. Multiverses is offline for a good while. You'll have a few months where this is the only platform fighter with major attention on it. Smash is long gone, and with Multiverses down and under renovation or whatever they're going to do with that game, which I hope they can salvage Multiverses. But this looks like it's looking real good. And hopefully we'll get some stuff on the campaign mode and see what kind of storyline elements there will be in the game. And whatever those roguelike elements were. Maybe that was some of that other stuff. I don't know. But anyway, this is looking like a really fun game. I'm really excited about this. And it looks like they're just going to keep dropping new characters every other day. Which is fine with me. The more the merrier. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. Check out all my other videos if you would. And I'm going to keep my eye on this thing. It's looking real good. See you later.